6 chilling for real.
Judah. The scepter will never leave Judah. The scepter will never leave Judah. The scepter will never leave Judah. I'm Judah. Christ sprang out of Judah. King David was Judah. King Asa was Judah. Don't crowd me up, who gon' rouse me up? Alistair Crowley, your time is up. It's a big mess, I gotta clean it up. Esau, the end of my kingdom's up. On the eagle's neck, I'll press. I woke up from my rest. I woke up from my arrest. My rulership is up next. No vex. Judah. The scepter will never leave Judah. The scepter will never leave Judah. The scepter will never leave.
Shalom, Israel. Shalom. All right, thank you for joining us for another class here at ISBHPK, Israelite School of Biblical History and Practical Knowledge. We're here at 2016 Granby Street. All right, so if you know anybody in the area, please hit us up. Get locked in. We have class every Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. All right, just to let brothers and sisters know ahead of time again is that, we're not going to be here for class on the Shabbat Friday, but we will be in Delaware. So we will still be going live. So definitely wait for that venue, all right, for tomorrow. Houston has classes as well. As you know, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 7 p.m. until 9 p.m. Friday is going to be 6 p.m. until 8 p.m., all right? So go ahead and get the addresses out. Get the class link to your brothers and sisters, your family members, all right? And we also have San Antonio. San Antonio, their classes are what? I think Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, right? Yeah, Tuesday.
Monday.
Oh, no, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Same days as Houston. All right, so when Houston ends, you can always go ahead and jump to San Antonio or vice versa, man. You know, get on San Antonio. San Antonio's class runs a little bit longer. All right. Other ways that you can watch us, we have Priest Mashaba with Blog Talk Radio. You can find that at www.blogtalkradio.com/Mashaba. All right. And listen, Mashaba's been doing this for years, man. And the classes are dynamic. Y'all see this? It's easy. Has anybody listened to a podcast? Anybody? One person in the room? Come on, y'all gotta get a taste of it, man. You know, go to the next level in your learning. All right, it's a beautiful thing to have so many different teachers, and every teacher has their own characteristic, their own style of teaching. You know, and again, you're continually getting fed. It don't matter if it's here in VA, over there in Rochester, San Antonio. You got different styles, a lot of good classes. You know, one thing with Mashaba is that he brings a lot of special guests and other teachers, man, that are teaching this word. So check that out. Again, it's easy for the iPhone. Go on podcast, download the app, and then go ahead and go from there to find Priest Mashaba. Again, blogtalkradio.com/Mashaba. And what you can do, you can look up Sword of Truth, Bible Talk, all right? And you will see all the classes there. And then I'm going to say this. I said it last time. For those that are bilingual, right? You got bilingual family members that don't speak English. Well, we have Priest Chaazaqya, which has been speaking Spanish. He might speak a little Portuguese, right? But he has a channel dedicated for our Spanish-speaking brothers and sisters. So if you have any family members, again, and you can find that at, let me give you the hookup on that one real quick. Let me give you, this is, oh man, what is it? I see it. The name of, just look up Chaazaqya. K-A-W-A-K-A-B. K-A-W-A-K-A-B. I would write this down. Get you on some, come on now. Get you on some, you ever heard the word in Spanish? No? Yeah? Okay. A lot of brothers and sisters have, especially the truth. So check that out. Chaazaqya on podcast. I want to get that out there. All right. So again, these are kind of dated back in 2017. He's still teaching, as we see in San Antonio on the Sabbath in certain days. But again, he has videos here, man, for our people. All right. So please check that out. Again, we have other channels that you can like. We have our Hidden Truth Bible Show channel. All right. And this channel is dedicated to give you more of a documentary type style, another alternative in your learning. Again, we're doing this for our people, man. we're trying to captivate the minds of the Black, Hispanic, and Native Americans all different type of ways. So support, get it out, like it. Again, this is what we're doing for our people. So Hidden Truth Bible Show, we have some new content coming, all right? We also have the Media Corp, which has, again, past news shows, but still definitely good to tap into, to bring forth, again, why things are happening in the world according to the Bible that was, prominent in the news. And then we also have the 5 minutes of wisdom, all right? So 5 minutes of wisdom. This was created and dedicated for something very short. Our people got a bad attention span, short attention span. So this is something nice and light for, again, for family members, going over patience, going on choosing a spouse, anger issues. Listen, the classes are good. Chaazaqya did a fantastic job with those. So please check those out. Again, like, share, and subscribe. Send it to your fam. All right? You good? All right. From there, Israel wear. Brothers and sisters, if you want to get your garments locked in, if you want to get your fringes hanging, I done seen, listen, I saw Charlemagne the God with fringes on yesterday. It's crazy, right? But I know he doesn't really know the fringes, but still, the stylists know what it is. They're jacking our style. But I'm going to say one thing. When it comes to Israel wear, the sisters are doing a fantastic job. They'll do any custom order that you want, so hit them up on Facebook. Everything is Israel wear, and they will hook it up for you, all right? So, again, if it's armbands, headband, girdle, tunic, jacket, shirt, whatever you want, the sisters are dedicated to doing and creating fashion for Israel, all right? They sacrifice their life, their jobs, and that's what they do, all right? So, again, everything's Israel wear. You can also check out Fringed Up. So, Fringed Up is going to be on our website, all right? isbhpk.com/fringed up. That is more of a subscription page, all right? So if you want something monthly, you don't have to worry about having, again, hitting up the sisters to get your shirts. Hit them on there, all right? We'll get you two different subscription packages, one for your shirt, all right? Or you can do a package for a headband and shirt combo. And as well, we do stuff for the women. For the ladies, man, get you out here fringed up as well, match it with your boo, or if you just want to have a shirt for yourself, if you're single, all right? So please hit us up there. Again, everything when it comes to fringed up, Israel wear, it supports the school. So another fashion, another way to support the school, all right? Hebrew Academy. Hebrew Academy is dedicated to build men, all right, in the proper way in teaching this word, raising up our people. And as you see, man, tomorrow we're going to Delaware. We're going out deep, man. How much more having 20 plus men that's ready to teach, though? 20 plus men that's ready to counsel. 20 plus men that's ready to hold down schools. It's a beautiful thing. So Hebrew Academy is definitely breeding, men that understand the standard, 1 Timothy 3, and that's what we're going into today, even dealing with this class. So Hebrew Academy is definitely needed for brothers, all right? So that's going to be Monday in Rochester, Tuesday in Houston, and Wednesday here in Virginia. So if you want to get linked in, please hit us up. Hit myself, or you can hit Laka Rob if you have our numbers. Please make a comment in the chat, and we'll get you linked in, all right? If you need to contact any of the priests, Priest Chaazaqya's number's there, Quadazop's number's there, so please hit them if you have any questions, concerns, that's on your mind, all right? And with that, we're going to open it up.
Questions, yeah.
Open up a question, so.
Who took my ass? I have some.
Oh, no, they're right here.
Oh, I told them don't move those. Mm-hmm. Yeah, anybody got any questions? All right, somebody move my pads. No pads.
Oh, nope. Yeah, they moved it. It's not drawer. No, the drawer, the yellow pads.
Oh, yeah, they moved it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Anybody got anything? Anything online? Yeah, they moved my pads. They weren't supposed to do that.
Right.
I don't like that. There's not on there? Okay, that's cool. All right, y'all. Nothing going on? Why you look like you stole something?
You ashamed.
What you steal, right? Would you steal? Oh yeah, the water. Everybody online, rolling. So you told them we ain't gonna have class. Well, no, we are having class.
I told them we're gonna be in a different venue.
Right.
In Delaware. So,
right. Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna be up there congregating with the brother Gamarya. All right, it's out of Delaware. So said he got some eager men out there. And Juneteenth is popping off as well. So we're gonna go hit some flyers.
Yeah.
You know, touch a couple souls.
Yeah. Nobody got any questions or anything?
Yes, sir.
Anything online? All right. I mean, if nobody has any questions, let's go ahead and get into the topic. We got to touch tonight's topic. I'm trying to give y'all a few seconds before somebody does. Who's that? Chaazaqya?
Yeah, it's it.
So we're going to we're doing this whole thing on the bishop, and we're at the point of patience, and we've been touching on all the different points in 1 Timothy 3. For all y'all that haven't been on, or for the other brothers and sisters that watch our classes not live, you know, we've been touching on just different points and understanding why these qualities are necessary to be a bishop. And this is something we're trying to really push to our brothers in our school, so the quality and the standard of everything we do comes up. So that's why we're really honing in on these different points. It's very important that this is the message that we get across to a lot of brothers, and that way when brothers come in, they understand that it's just not about rank, position. It's not about, now that you know a few verses, you can yell at people, yell at the white man, order people around. That there was certain qualities and things that had to be in you. So that's why we've been touching on this. So we want to make that clear. Do brothers fall short? Yeah. Are we perfect? No. But yet and still, the standard has to be pushed and taught correctly, so there will be an aspiring standard to fight for. All right. So if nobody got any questions, let's touch on this. Go to 1 Timothy 3. 1 Timothy 3. Let's start at 1.
1 Timothy 3 and verse 1. This is a true saying.
Right.
If a man desire the office of a bishop,
right,
he desire a good work.
Right. So we start out every one right here. Okay. Every class. What? Is it? Can you get on my Facebook? Are you connected to Facebook?
No. Oh, you have a Facebook account.
Oh, you don't?
No.
Where's on that?
He didn't tell me he was dipping on just a while. He's here.
Okay. You could ask me.
Grab a shawl.
So every time we go over this topic, we talk about the standard, right? We start from here, and just a reminder: if you didn't catch these different topic points, go check them out. Right? They're in they're online. We have them up there. All right. So go ahead.
A bishop then must be blameless.
Right. So it's important that brothers are trying to aspire to these characteristics. You know, that when you come in and you learn your identity and nationality, that you don't get in your head that it was just all about hating the white man. That's a little portion of what greatness we have to do. That's little. Like, our whole time in the truth can't be dedicated to I hate the white man. And then that's your whole point. Hate. Because first of all, that's got to be opposite. That mentality is going to be opposite. If all we did was just push hate, then you wouldn't know how to love your people. You wouldn't remember why you're doing what you're doing. So it's very important, and we push that point because, I mean, let's not be simple-minded. That is kind of the perception of what people see us as Hebrew Israelites doing. Hate, 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 hate. They don't really get the true full message a lot of times. And that's not our fault a lot of times. A lot of times is they're not watching classes. They're watching a lot of street speakings. In street speakings, you know, there's a lot of those topics that come up. You know, now, should it be 99% of the topic? No. And I don't believe it's like that. I don't believe even that's the main topic on the street. But some people misinterpret and they use that to propel what we're really about. So this is up to us. Ain't nobody else going to do it. It's up to us to promote the entire Bible.
Yeah.
The full understanding of the scriptures. So blameless. We have to become more blameless, and we've touched on that topic. We hit a nice class on that. Go ahead.
The husband of one wife.
We touched on that. A lot of brothers think that it's you come into the truth and it's about women. We got a lot of young generation that are more so geared towards getting women and not knowing how to take care of themselves and their house and their family, and it's all about getting women. So the bishop is going to learn how to be a husband of one wife. He's got to deal with his first wife before he can try to even think about trying to be a Solomon or a David, right? Or Jacob. He got to learn how to deal with himself. Most of the times, really, what we should be telling brothers is, listen, don't worry about no women.
Right.
That's what we should be promoting most of the times, because what is the majority of the problems in the camps?
Oh, relationship issues, man.
Relationship issues.
Yep.
You got a problem with your woman. You got a problem with your man. So we have to go over that topic. A bishop should be a husband of one wife. So this is what we touched over that. Go ahead. Vigilant, right? Him being awoke, aware, and understanding what he's dealing with.
Right.
Shalom. Go ahead.
Sober.
Right. We talked about that, being sober. Go ahead.
Of good behavior.
Right. We talked about how he behaves himself. Just the character and the standard of how he carries himself. We did a real good topic on that. What?
Yeah, and I like the series because, like when Christ told the Pharisees, you omit the weightier matters.
Right.
You know, and it's like, as Hebrew Israelites, like you said, it's always that turn up. But when it comes about being vigilant, we're not hearing about that.
Right.
About being more alert, being aware, being circumspect about yourself, your environment. You know, that's not topics that we're really hearing. So, you know, this is definitely is needed.
Right, and I hope I hope we're like starting a trend of promoting that it is more of the topic, because you know we see the bad examples out there. I'll say it again. Are we the epitome of a good example? No, we make brothers do stupid stuff, make mistakes, gotta get corrected, things gotta get fixed. But we gotta promote the truth. And these are the facts. The facts is this, that there's a requirement to be a teacher. There's a requirement to be a bishop. There was a requirement. Just like everything else in the world, there's a requirement. So the bishop is to be a bishop, to be a teacher, to be a leader is also a requirement. All right, go ahead.
Given to hospitality.
Right, so we touched on that. The hospitable bishop. Go ahead.
Apt to teach.
Right, I'm not sure if we touched on the apt to teach yet, but we're going to hit on that. Go ahead.
Not given to wine.
We touched on that. We did a real good topic on that. On why that a bishop couldn't be given over to wine, liquor, pills, or anything that distracts him from putting the Most High first. Go ahead.
No striker.
Right? We talked about that. Brawlers, strikers, brothers that want to knock people out, beat people up. They got a lot of anger in them. They want to fight all the time, right? Go ahead.
Not greedy of filthy lucre.
I think that was the last one we touched. The filthy lucre one. Motivated by getting or by money or by increase. We touched on that. Go ahead.
But patience.
That's what we're on now. Patience. Why is this a quality that a bishop has to have? Why is it a quality? There's no wrong way to say it, but why? I want y'all all to put in. Why is it a quality that a bishop has to have? Go ahead.
Because number one, you're dealing with the flock, and you're dealing with Israel. So being a priest, you have to have that level of patience, knowing that a lot of people, we come out of the world fresh.
Right.
And so, Israel sometimes, we don't get it right away. It takes multiple times for some people to catch on, some more than others.
Right.
Some will take less time. So that patience is very important, especially with dealing with people. And even on the street, like we said, the street teaching.
Right.
It takes patience there. Because people walk up and they got questions, or you get people walk up and they're upset and angry. You can't be upset and angry with them because they don't have the understanding of what you even talking about.
Right. And so you need a lot of patience to deal with all those different predicaments you're going to be put in. And Israel will piss you off, right? Israel will poke at you, piss you off, right? And if you don't have patience, you'll look like the maniac,
right?
The crazy guy. And as y'all see, through the bad examples, a lot of times that be the case because you got a lot of young men that don't even apply patience in their house, and they're already, because they can scream and teach the Bible, or yell the Bible rather, not even really teach it. They can yell the Bible. They figure, oh, I'm a teacher. When we're seeing, if we look at all these qualities, you're not a teacher if you don't have these qualities. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. You're not going to be an effective, great teacher unless you embody these characteristics. And patience is one of them, right? Why else do we need patience? I mean, he just dropped a lot of it, but why else? Anybody got anything to add to that? Yeah.
If you're not patient, you're not going to have all those qualities that are listed above in the
Ooh.
Ooh. Yeah, they work all in the same.
If you're not, I like that. She said, if you're not patient, I'm going to throw the word in, you're not going to aspire to be all these other characteristics. Why? Because you want to do it now. You know what I mean? So what do I got to do to be a teacher? You got to come in, take your test, right? Yeah, come. Test knocked out. Okay, but I want to get up, I want to teach. I want to get out there on the street. But you still lack all these characteristics, right? So if you're put up on the street or on the podium and you're still a brawler, abusive, right? If you're still angry, if you're not vigilant at home, if you're still chasing women, first of all, you probably ain't gonna be out there anyway.
Right, you covered up.
Because it always comes back down to you. What I got to do what my rib said. So this is the thing that why these men need to take time to get to that level, right? And it takes what? Patience to go through those little things and to really, it's really acknowledging, right? Is anybody going to be like perfect within all of these? No, nobody's going to be like perfect and you know how it says what does it say about blamable? Without blame? Yeah, blameless. Blameless? Like, it's a high level, man. Yeah. It's a high level. You're going to make mistakes, but there's supposed to be an acknowledgement of where you're off at, or where you're wrong at, or where you need to work on. Yeah.
There's a couple of comments on your question online.
What do we got?
Patience is needed because everyone doesn't learn at the same pace.
Right, and that's what he said. Patience is needed because everyone doesn't learn at the same pace. If you don't, just to add to that, if you're at home and you're not patient with your kids, your wife, your family, then you're not going to be patient with the brothers around you. If you can't be patient with people you supposedly love,
Right.
then a stranger, you're going to... how many stories we got of brothers literally saying, nah, I can't deal with y'all. Y'all, nah, I'm going to get another flock.
Yeah.
That was the statement made. I can't deal with y'all. I'm going to get another flock.
Yep.
I had somebody call me and tell me that because the people he was dealing with, he thought he was going to come in, drop the word, and then Yahweh Shai was going to twinkle everybody that night. It doesn't happen like that. Right? So what else you got on there?
You are going to have to deal with all kinds of people, the overeager, the angry, the lustful, the jealous, who don't know how to learn, as well as what to learn.
Right. Who said that?
Kaya.
Right. Right, exactly. You're going to deal with the people that think they know every damn thing. You know what I mean? And you got to be patient with them. You're going to deal with the people that don't want to take the initiative. So you got to be patient with that. So it's all these things, right? All right, let's get into it real quick. Let's jump in. Time is dwindling. Where are we at? Let's go to Psalms 130. So this is how this was put together, because we obviously, there's many angles you can go at this patient topic, right? And the requirement, all right? Everybody had their saying. Now, when I touched on this point, one thing I really learned why patience was needed was because as a leader, and let's say you become that bishop, right? A lot of times men think they control everything. Right? I got y'all, didn't I? Y'all didn't even... A lot of men think they control everything. So if you don't have patience, what comes in? Anger. You get upset, right? Because people are living up to your expectations. So this is why a bishop has to understand patience. Because if not, you're going to be mad all the time. What's up, Rock? Psalms 130 verse 5.
Psalms 130 and verse 5.
It looks like you had that moment of like, damn, that's true. God. But that's what it is. A lot, as a young brother coming up, starting a camp at 22, 23, it was all out of love. But as I got older, it was like, wait a minute, why am I doing this? These niggas don't care. Like, it doesn't matter what I do. If I talk soft, if I talk loud, if I'm yelling and screaming and pulling up my hair, it's like, why they don't get it? And I spent a lot of time like that. Like, why they don't get it? Like, I'm doing what I was shown. I'm teaching them. I'm teaching them the scriptures. I'm breaking it down, right? But I'm doing it, right? At that age, not to the level that was needed. Not to the level that was needed. I always can say that about myself, that whatever I was at 23, that wasn't to the level that was needed. You know what I mean? Especially at that level learning, right? But at the same time, I seen as I got in my 30s, I started letting it irritate me. And, around the 35-ish range, I was like, man, what the hell? You know what I mean? To where I was almost like that brother, like, no, I'm going to get a new congregation. But my mind wasn't that warped or crazed. So what did I have to learn as a teacher, as a quote-unquote bishop, right? Go ahead.
I wait for the Lord.
Right?
My soul doeth wait.
Right. See, a lot of us need to understand about waiting. Waiting. Time. The time is not your time. Everything is done on the Most High's time. You see that? And that's the problem with a lot of us young coming in. We're hot-headed. Let's be real. We're high-headed. I want her to get in order right now.
Right.
But there were certain things you were supposed to do to get her in order, but you didn't do those things. Now you lack patience because you didn't do the things that you were supposed to do. You put yourself in the predicament. Now your lack of patience now even brings more frustration and irritation and anger. So this is why a bishop has to learn the quality of patience. These young men got to learn patience, man. Older men got to learn patience. A lot of us got to maintain patience. Because once again, that mind comes right back around. Yeah, I'm 40, finna be 44, but it still comes right back around. Like, okay, all right, you're doing this. You're 40 something, but look at how much time you're dedicating to this individual, and what are they giving back? And that's the problem, right? I'm gonna let you get it. Finish that one more time.
I wait for the Lord. My soul doeth wait, and in his word do I hope.
Right? You see that? And that's, if we don't understand that quality, man, if we don't understand why that's needed, dude, you would be doing more negative to people around you. Yep. You'd be short, right? You know how when you get irritated sometimes, you get in there, I don't want to F with people right now, right? You're like, I'm not fucking with y'all right now, right? You get like just leave me the hell alone, like, and then you want to what? Seclude yourself because you didn't wait. You're not waiting on things. You know what I mean? Yeah. That car, that house, that rib, that job, right? You were supposed to wait on certain things, and you didn't. So it brings a lot of irritation. So I waited on the Lord. It says, and in his word do I hope. Is that your focus? And that's what I was saying about me, is where I had to refocus my mind to where I understood that the Most High controls the flow of everything. You know what I mean? The Most High controls that. We always say it, one plant, one water, if the Most High gives the increase, right? That's on the teaching level. But even goods, even houses and cars and things and all these things, if you don't focus on the word, then you won't have patience. And this is one of the qualities, man, that is needed to be a bishop or a teacher, because when you're on the street, you can see it. And the young cats that are irritated and not messing with you. Right? Like a boy says on YouTube, I'm not messing with you. Right? It says, my soul, go ahead.
Verse 6, my soul waited for the Lord more than they that watch for the morning.
Right, you see that? You see? You waiting does what? You looking out that window waiting and being patient. Right? Like a child waiting for his mother, for his father to come home. Right? I'm waiting. You're waiting on the Most High. That brings patience. That brings long suffering. Yep. You start to learn how to be dependable on the Spirit and on the Most High. Cats be coming in hot-head. Man, they want everything right then and there. They bring all those worldly mentalities right into the truth, and then they're like, no, I'm supposed to get it right now. I'm supposed to be blessed now. I'm supposed to be able to teach now. Who are you, brother, that holds me back? You can't hold me back and tell me when I can't teach. The Most High said we're a nation of kings and priests. Come. But he said how to be a priest too. That a bishop must have patience. You see that? Like, who are you, brother? Like a brother asked me. And I could tell the so-called elder that asked me this, he erred not knowing the scripture. Well, how long is it? I said, the brother just came in the camp. And let me show y'all about a lack of patience. So this was in Houston. The brother that was coming to our school, you know, he knew different languages. But the guy barely showed up.
Oh, right.
You know what I mean? He barely showed up. Good brother. It doesn't take nothing away from him that he wasn't a good brother, but the scriptures tell you as babes desiring the sincere milk. right? There was still he was dealing with issues, rib issues, family issues. The brother was like, him and his rib were going through all this drama and everything, and the another brother from another camp, I'm not gonna say the camp, you know, we know each other, we talking, and the brother went out there for work, and somehow they linked up. He was like, what's up with this brother? Now I'm trying to explain to him, and he was like, well, he said, how long do you give these men? And I'm thinking like, I don't give the men nothing. The Spirit gives it to them. we don't determine, hey, you're ready. A brother can come in and fly and focus and dedicate Ecclesiasticus 2 and put their mind and spirit, and you can't hold that back. You cannot hold those cats back. We get them all the time. Or, let me stop. We get them rarely. We get them rarely. You can't hold that cat back. You see his dedication, his focus is like, nah, I really came to learn. I didn't come for all that drama, no BS, no woman stuff. That focus be like, nah, I came to learn. Zayan is one. He's one. They're one. And I'm not saying that because they're sitting here. I'm literally saying that because how they came in and pushed in the door and was like, no, I'm focused on what I need to be doing. This is not for you. It's for the Most High. What you going to do? Can I take the test? You can't say no. He's ready. He's willing. He's willing to acknowledge his sins, his transgressions, his ailments, his faults. So bro, take the test. So the thing was this, that the brother was asking me because they needed him to be in Mexico because he spoke Spanish. And what is it? One thing that schools need.
Spanish speakers.
Spanish speakers, teachers, brothers that want to step up and teach. But at what cost? You know what I mean? If there was no requirement, then why are we reading this in the Bible? Why are we reading that? No, you have to have these qualities. So, you know, of course, time had to show him, like, look, that's why we told you he was new. Like, you wanted just to throw him in there because you want to have another air quote man. But the Bible says, as babies desiring the sincere milk. That means as a child, you giving them the milk, they gotta what? Grow, right? So this is the thing about patience. You're like, oh, we can do so many great things. I did it too. I'm not blameless on that because I did it too. Going to Colorado, I was out there 1 year. I had like 13, 14 brothers out. They were like, what the hell are you doing over here? Badabad told me, he was like, this is before internet. He was like, what are y'all doing over there? I was like, teaching, cable show, radio show, class. I had all these in 1 year. In 1 year. But you know what I didn't have was patience. I was moving so fast. All the brothers that were there were not on the level to where I was thinking.
Yeah, they couldn't fulfill your expectation.
No, it ain't about my expectation. They couldn't fulfill the Most High's standard.
Right.
They still had so many issues they had to live up. They had to get rid of. You can't see clearly when you're dealing with a lot of these things. But it was my job to have patience, and I didn't. Because I was, even though it was in a good mind, it still was incorrect. The good mind are like, man, I want to teach. I want to get the word out. I want to teach the word, right? It still was not correct because you had to let these men get up to that level. You know what I mean? So this is why you got to wait on the Most High. This is why we got to understand why this quality needs to be instilled inside. Finish that up, and then I'll let you go where you're going.
I say, more than they that watch for the morning.
That's dope.
Let Israel hope in the Lord.
Right. You see that? So that's what we were supposed to do. We were supposed to be watching and waiting for the Most High in this. Whatever you need, whatever you want, whatever your desire is, a lot of times you got to pray and wait. You know what I mean? The Most High knows where your heart is. And the Most High knows when to give it to you. Y'all understand that? Whatever it is. He's going to give it to you in his time. Who the hell? I'm going to tell y'all can't fight against the will of the Most High. You understand that? Okay, where you at?
This is Psalm 62 and verse 5. Psalm chapter 62 and verse 5. And you was hitting it, because a lot of us, when you don't have patience for an individual, right, is that now you start going off of, like you said, in your timing. Dang, my rib's not locking in. Hold on, it's month number 3. Oh, she should be getting it. I'm giving all these classes. What's going on?
Right.
Well, what's really going on is the Most High seeing are you going to be patient? Are you going to endure through you teaching and maybe that individual not catching on as soon as you want them to catch on? Because that's really what it is. A lot of us get real short because we want people to catch on in our timing. Read where you at.
Psalm 62 and verse 5.
Psalm chapter 62 and verse 5. Go ahead.
My soul, wait thou only upon God.
It does what?
Wait thou only upon God.
Just right there. Go ahead.
For my expectation.
For my what?
My expectation.
His expectation, our expectation is in who?
Is from him.
It's from the Most High. But a lot of us, our expectation is how we think where somebody should be at a certain time. Right? This brother's been in class for 6 months? Well, I expect him to get it already off of how I came in. A lot of brothers and sisters be like that.
Yeah.
We judge off of how we came in, our thought process, not knowing that it was never about you.
Right.
It was about how this person is growing in the knowledge of the Most High. But what happens whenever we feel as if, man, they're moving too slow? Impatient.
Sis, it's lagging. You need to chill with all that.
Okay.
Yeah, we get impatient. Then we start doing what? Getting short with people. That's when the frustration comes in. But it's because we stop looking at what the Most High is doing. We stop looking at the Most. It's in the Most High's time, not ours. Read that one more, that last precept.
For my expectation is from him.
So expectation is the act of expecting or looking forward to a future event. Y'all see this? But it's not looking forward in your time.
Yeah.
That time could be 2-3 years for the Most High.
Yep.
You're here just supposed to do your job.
Right.
But again, like you said, a lot of times we try to control things. We think we know when brothers should be in the spirit, right? Damn, bro, it's been 3 years. It's been 10 years. You still ain't there? Well, no. So what are we supposed to do? We're supposed to still be patient.
Yeah.
But
we supposed to just keep moving.
Yep.
Keep moving forward. Because even within that dynamic, as you're like, well, the brother is supposed to take his talent and flip it, right? Because that's what you would say. Well, Chaazaqya, don't the brother supposed to take his talent and flip it? But that's still not in your time.
Yeah.
You can't control individuals, right?
Yeah.
You can't do that. You got to ride with the ones that want to take their talent and flip it. The other brothers, the other sisters have to be woken up to that point, and then they will ride with you.
And that's why I like the story of Jonah. Jonah showed lack of patience. He was like, these niggas ain't listening. I'm not going to Nineveh.
Right.
That's why he didn't want to go to Nineveh, because they weren't listening.
Right.
It was wicked out there. He was like, bro, come on. I got to go dip this way. But his expectation was what? On how he wanted things to go.
Right.
No, you going to go out there and teach no matter what's going on out there. Ain't no dipping back. So
yeah,
that expectation, man.
Yeah, I love that one. That's powerful. Go to Isaiah 8, verse 17. Isaiah 8 and 17.
Isaiah chapter 8, verse 17.
So once again, y'all, man, for everybody online and everybody in class, you got to remember that we're going over the qualities of a bishop. And is that Facebook? In order to be a bishop, it's not that you know that Christ is black. It's not that you know you're a Hebrew Israelite and you watch 1,000 videos online and you anointed yourself teacher. A bishop was supposed to, according to 1 Timothy 3, live up to these standards. And for y'all on Facebook, we've touching over the each point we've touched over is on YouTube. If you go there, we'll throw some links on Facebook. But we've been over all these points. We're at the point right now showing why it is necessary for this priest, this man, to be patient. All right. Isaiah 8 and 17.
Isaiah chapter 8 and verse 17.
Uh-huh.
And I will wait upon the Lord.
Right. And what a lot of brothers don't want to wait on the Lord. That's why you're rash. That's why you make the bad decisions. That's why you make the quick choices. Right? That's why you make dumbass comments like, oh, prove a friend don't mean talking about women. Why? Because you want to sleep with every woman and make the wrong decision. You don't understand that there is a way to examine a woman. The way examine how to deal and how to move forward with a woman. So a lot of times you move rashly. Come on, man. Every decision you made in the world, a lot of times, majority of the times, it's rare. A lot of brothers and sisters are uncalculated. Yeah. They don't calculate things. They're not doing things through patience and waiting and watching. Right? It takes a certain mind like that. Most of the times, your decisions, let's think about it, you jump right into it. But it's telling you about this godly man, which is a characteristic of that should be embodied in the bishop, that he waits on the Most High. Right? Go ahead.
That hideth his face from the house of your eyeball.
Right?
And I will look for him.
Yeah, the Most High hides his face from the house of Israel. And what happens when the Most High hides his face? We talk about patience. So think about it. What happens when the Most High hides his face? What do you have to do? He just said it. Don't think. It's not too hard. When the Most High hides his... Okay. When the parent... Go ahead, say it, Johnny. Go ahead.
You start seeking them out more.
Right. You start seeking them out more. And then what else? What?
That's what I was going to say.
You start seeking them out more, which is good. When the parent tells the kid, listen, you ain't getting no Xbox. 2 months. What does the kid do? What?
You gotta wait.
He gotta wait. What does it make you? When the Most High turns his back on us and makes you wait, it makes you fight to be patient. Or, if you're a wicked child, if you're a wicked man or wicked woman, you do things through your own will and through rashly and making the ill decisions and walking in your own wisdom.
I'm going to go get that.
Yeah.
I'm going to go through the closet.
And it always turns for the bad. Look out for that class. I got the wicked sons. The decisions the wicked sons make. But that's the fact of it. That the Most High, when he turns his back, we got to wait. And see... I'll bring it back to what we're talking about. This bishop, if he's not learning how to wait, he's going to be making a lot of mistakes. He's going to be leading people in the wrong way because he doesn't know how to wait, be patient, do things through counsel. Right? He doesn't know how to talk over things. Right? I learned that with a lot of time with the men I'm around. Counseling has me have to wait and be more patient. Because a lot of times I want to get stuff done. I ain't got time to play around. Right? But I want to get them, I know this, I do want to get them done, calculated, and I don't want to waste time. So I know that about myself. So what do? I feed off my officers, my brothers around me, and when we counsel, I'm like sitting back and I'm like, okay, this is teaching me patience. See, but I know that error is in me, that I want to move on stuff. I want to get stuff done. But they teach me, no, Khan, you do want to get stuff done, but don't you... Chaazaqya does it all the time. He's like, nah. Like, he's the guy that tells you no right away, right? He crushed your butt. Like, yeah, we're going to do this. He's like,
See, it sounds good, but...
Yeah, like, it ain't going to work like that.
Let's think about this real quick.
Which is good though. You need that.
Yeah.
You see, but he's not a Debbie Downer, but he is going to analyze it and he's going to show you this opposite side of what you might not be looking at. So that quality is needed. It's needed. You know what I mean? This is what we have to learn as brothers coming in the truth, as bishops. Y'all get this? You got something else?
No, just on what you said, because your expectation is still in the Most High. But it's like, I'm going to do the work that I know that, hey, what the desire that I want, I'm going to have it already prepared. So when the Most High drops something, we ready to go. Like dealing with the situation, the background checks. So make sure all the brothers get it, right? So when we get that call back, what happened? We was able to send it to her ASAP Rocky. Right. It worked all together, even though, I want things to move fast, but let me at least prepare. Let me at least do the work that I know that needs to be done. Right. But waiting on the Most High to deliver it, we did. Right. My expectation is on Him, hoping for the good. So, I like that.
Go to Lamentations, right on point. Lamentations 3:25. Lamentations 3:25. Read loud, read with power. Go ahead.
Lamentations chapter 3, verse 25. The Lord is good unto them that wait for Him.
Stop. Woo. Woo. The Lord is good to what?
To Him, unto them that wait for Him.
See, the Most High is good to them that wait for Him. Why do you think all your decisions go down the drain? Because you didn't wait. You wanted to jump the gun. And this is what we got to be teaching the young men, young brothers, young sisters. Waiting on the Most High. You know what I mean? You don't see how many relationships, man, problems and issues and people, you want your family member to hear the truth and they don't want to hear it. Like, bro, you got to wait. Stop. Do things in the spirit. Like Yahushua wasn't like that. He wasn't erratic. He wasn't emotional. He wasn't moving off of just what I'm saying. They just don't get it, man. This is a little soft. This is bull, right? Like, think about how we always talk about this. Sitting around Judas, having for him to do what he's doing and making his move. And imagine if you knew that. You knew that this brother was going to turn his back on you. Right? In your mind, man, you could just be like, bro, you turn to him right when you find out. Like, I already know what's in your spirit. But what do you have to do? You have to be patient and let everything be revealed. You understand? And that's what the Most High is teaching us and the young men, right? And that's what you're supposed to be learning in your house. So if a bishop, if he's trying to be this blameless husband of one wife and learning how to deal with his household and his family, you're supposed to be learning patience from your family and your house. If you're not learning that quality in your house, you're not going to bring that to the truth. Right? That's the topic we're on. So that's what we're talking about. We got to keep, hitting inside brothers, sisters' brains, because a lot of people don't see that I got to fight for anything. Yep. They think everything is a fight against. Fight against the white man. Fight against the world. Yes, we're fighting against them spiritually. But what about the fight against your lack of impatience? And your brawling spirit, and your whoremongering spirit, or your lack of vigilance? What about fighting against that? We always talk about that. Right. You know what I mean? You're real zealous when it comes to the white man getting knocked up inside his head.
Everything that don't pertain to your spirit.
Right. But why are you not that zealous when it comes to your pride, your ego, your lack of love and dedication? Why are you not that hype?
Get the vehement desire.
Why? Because this is what the truth's really about. We're not going to be saved off of knowledge, knowing. Like we were talking about the other day, like who was Solomon in his past life, and who was Yahushua in his past life. You're not going to be saved on that. That's just knowledge. You're going to be saved on what you did with the knowledge, how you use the knowledge to change you and to bring out the evolution of the spiritual man and spiritual woman. You You understand that? Right. Go. Read that one more time, and then we're gonna jump over here.
The Lord is good unto them that wait for him. To the soul that seeketh him.
Yeah, because that man, that woman is going to go back and pray to the Most High and say, Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, in your time, whenever you're ready. Right? My son does that. He's 3. I want to go to the park. Yeah, but we're busy. But Dad, I want to go to the park. But Dad, I want to go to the park. I want to go to the park. I'm like, bro, we can't go to the park. I'm dealing with him on patience. He's 3. And then what do he do when he don't get his way? He has a fit, right? No, you can't have a fit. But that's how grown-ups be. Yep. It's the same way. And they start having a fit and getting angry and anxiety and all these things. Yep. Irritated.
It's like that microwave generation. We get everything so quick. You know, warm up the food quick. You know, if you need food, you got the app, right? What is it? What's the app? DoorDash.
Yeah.
You know, everything is quick. You need cash app it. You know, it don't matter. You know, America's breeding us not to be patient. You know what I'm saying? But the Most High is bringing us back out of that mentality of wanting everything as we want it in our timing. So, no, you got to wait, man.
You got to look at these characters in Yahweh Shai. Yep. Did not Yahweh Shai exude these characteristics? They were coming out of his pores. Patient. Dealing with everything around him. He never broke down out of anger and out of the lack of control. Every time things got out of control, Yahweh Shai's patience was able to what? Set things in order, right? Because he had that quality inside of him. This is what a God needs to have. So all you niggas that think, oh, I got scriptures, but you don't got these qualities. So the Most High ain't caring for that. Knowledge puffeth up. He said knowledge is going to fade. These qualities Yahweh Shai is going to keep looking for in you. Did you finish that? Okay, where we at?
This is 1 Corinthians 4 and verse 5. 1 Corinthians chapter 4 and verse 5.
1 Corinthians chapter 4 and verse 5. Therefore judge nothing before the time.
Right, so this is what it teaches us. Right, waiting on the Lord makes us judge nothing before its time. Right? We're not too presumptuous when it comes to anything. We don't jump the gun on anything. We wait, we counsel, we give place to the Most High to intervene. Right? We make moves calculated as opposed to jumping. We did that other way in the world, y'all. We don't got to do it that way. No more jumping the gun. Now we're moving with wisdom. Patience brings love. It brings long suffering.
It brings compassion.
It brings compassion. It yields discipline. Right? Because that's what patience is. It disciplines you. Right? I'm telling you, I'm working with my son on that. I'm like, bro, you got to learn patience. You got to learn to wait. Right? So, and as we fulfill and get in our position, we're better at judging and not making rash judgments. Right? You're waiting. That's a big one. You get into position and what? Your analyzation of something is too quick, too rash, and you done jumped the gun. It wasn't even that way.
Yeah, like you said, it miscalculated.
Come on, man. That's our nature. So this is a quality, man, that has to be upon us. Go ahead. What else?
Until the Lord come.
Right.
Who both will bring to the light the hidden things of darkness.
Yeah. You be thinking that brother's going left, he's going right. You be thinking he's going right, he's going left. Right? That's how it is. Oh man, this brother's going to be cold. Yep. And he just... Nah, he's not. Why? Because he still got hang-ups. But your expectations were crushed. Because you didn't put your hope in the Most High. You didn't put patience in the Lord. Y'all see that? So this finish that. Come on.
And will make manifest the counsels of the hearts.
You see that? So a lot of times you judge men's mind incorrectly because you don't let things play out. Right? Y'all see that? Go ahead.
And then shall every man have praise of God.
Right. So go from there. Go to, that was one that needed to be added. Did we read? We read Lamentations.
Not 26 though.
Jump back to verse 26.
Lamentations 3:26.
Yeah, Lamentations 3:26.
Lamentations chapter.
Lamentations 3 and verse 26.
Go ahead.
It is good that a man should both hope and quietly wait for the salvation of the Lord.
You see that? Hope and wait, murmur.
Quietly wait.
No. Bitch about everything.
Quietly wait.
You know what? See, this ain't right. You know, I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait on the Most High. But this is, you know what I'm saying? Know what I mean? See, you know what I mean? Know what I'm saying? You know, this right, you gonna complain, but you gonna wait.
Right.
You messed that up. You messed it up.
I'm complaining while I wait.
You gonna murmur and mess up your gift. You're supposed to quietly watch. Read it from the top.
It is good that a man should both hope and quietly wait for the salvation of the Lord.
And that's everything. Don't just think about the end salvation. A lot of times we just think about salvation, Yahweh Shai coming back and him destroying everything. What about the little salvations? The things that he saved you from in your life. The calculated decisions that if you waited, look, he saved you. Look, he delivered you more. Right? Because you wait, but you got to do it quietly. Let's go to the women now on this. Got to throw y'all in there. I know this is a bishop's class, but it's an elder woman class too. What is the problem with the women? You don't want to wait. You don't want to have patience. That's why all that butterflies, it's called anxiety. It feels like a ball is dropping within your stomach because you don't want to wait on nothing. You're too anxious. Something's supposed to happen. It's going to happen. But when you're relaxed and woo-sighing in the Lord, right? You don't get uneasy. You don't get irritated. Right? You're in Yahweh Shai mode. I'm not going to say Zen mode. I'm going to say Yahweh Shai mode. You understand that? So this is what it said. I want you to read that one more time and then go to Micah 7:7.
It is good that a man should both hope and quietly wait for the salvation of the Lord.
Yeah, it is a good thing, man, because then we're going to really learn who's in control and how to get things. You can get anything you want if you're fulfilling the quality and the standard and the characteristic that the Most High just wants a good son. He wants a good son. He wants a good daughter. You want things? Well, then how and why do you give your son things, your daughter things? I mean, is that a fair question? Well, it depends on how you raise your kids. If you buy them things just to ignore them, if you buy them things just to shut them up, maybe you don't know the quality that I'm talking about. But a real mother and father, they know that when their kids deserve things and when they don't. When to give them things and when not to, when to hold back. The Most High wants you to be that good son, that good daughter, just like you want your son and your daughters to be. Go ahead, read that.
Micah chapter 7, verse 7.
Go ahead.
Therefore, I will look unto the Lord.
Go ahead.
And I will wait for the God of my salvation.
Go ahead.
My God will hear me.
Right, and that's what we all knew. Our forefathers knew this, that we're going to be heard. The Most High is going to hear us if we wait, if we're patient. right? If we put our trust in him, because that's another reason why a lot of brothers and sisters don't have patience. You just don't trust in the Most High. I mean, right? Are we going to be real with this? You really think you got control, right? And the Most High will let you, he'll let you take the wheel. Just to take you all the way down the back roads. He'll let you go all the way down those back roads and say, okay, like we do, right? With our kids. Oh, okay, you grown now? Okay, go be grown then. Right? Go be grown. Now you're grown, you see their life and they can't get it together, they can't pay their bills. They had the help, but they didn't want the discipline. Right? They could have stood with you and had the help, but they didn't want the discipline, right? Okay, go live your life then. See how that turns out. And when they come running back and say, okay, now are you ready? I'm not going to just give it back to you. You're going to get the help, but you got to fall within this discipline. Right? You hear the parents always say, it's my house, right? You come back to that house, you got to fall up under the rules of that house. And that's how the Most High is. It's like, okay, you're back now, but you're still going to fall up under these rules. Y'all see that? Go ahead.
Verse 8. Rejoice not against me. O my enemy.
Go ahead.
When I fall, I shall arise, and when I sit in the darkness, the Lord shall be a light unto me.
Why? Because these individuals always knew, no matter what I'm going through, if I wait and put my trust and hope in the Most High is going to be there. A person that has no patience, that has no hope in the Most High, right? They're not thinking like that. You see them when they fall. The scripture said the wicked, when they stumble, they fall into darkness. They lose it. I don't know what's going to happen. I don't know what's happening with my bills. I don't know what's going to happen here. This is crazy. You know what I mean? See, I should have never did this. I knew they were wrong. See, we.
All right. You know I should never followed y'all.
Yeah, it ain't got nothing to do with us. We're quoting Bible verses to you.
Right.
But these men knew, these women knew that if they wait on the Most High, if they're patient, if they put their trust, no matter what happens, it's going to come back tenfold to them. So this is what a bishop is supposed to know and need. And then you won't see what you see out there in the world. You won't see the men, the teachers speaking the way they do to the people out in the street, because they will understand, like you said earlier, that these people don't know. Yeah, you can teach them. You can rebuke them sharply, but you're not going to talk to somebody like they know.
Right, you're talking to the sick.
It's did you know? It's did you know? Not you supposed to already knew.
Yeah.
Right? Because they don't know. The whole point is to go out there and show them and say, hey, did you know this? Right. Not act like, oh, you should have known that. What your ass doing out here with pants? Living?
Right. I really was going to the store.
They don't know not to do it until you show them.
Yeah.
So it's a way we have to show them, right? Psalms 37:7. So remember, we're talking about a bishop. One of his qualities has to be patient, and we're talking about why. And I'm hopefully showing y'all, and hopefully y'all are seeing why this is something that is needed. It's needed for a brother or a sister. Go ahead.
Psalms chapter 37, verse 7. Rest in the Lord and wait patiently for him.
Right.
Fret not thyself because of him who prospers in his way.
You see that? A lot of times, we as leaders, we see people prospering, getting to this point to where you dedicated your life. Imagine sitting here 30 years and seeing niggas prosper more than you. You seeing the fools prosper more than you.
Same right, man. Same right.
Right? You seeing people that's doing wicked things prosper more than you. What? Go ahead. Say what you say. Say it loud, though.
The same way you was just saying, before I came to the truth, I was starting to get myself in order in Christianity.
Right.
So, you know, starting to get the kids in order, you know, married my wife, got everything in order. And then it was like all my friends that were around me, man, they would get cars, houses. I'm in an apartment, killing myself, trying to, you know, with my little 60 hours, barely making it. But, you know, and I was just always like, maybe I should have just kept doing what I used to do.
Right.
Maybe I would have been prosperous just as they were doing. I used to get like really, really jealous of what they were doing.
Right, right.
And then it was like all of a sudden is I started to rise up. I started getting promotions and different things like that by keeping the right way. And at the same time, the same people that I was envious about, they was going to jail.
They start falling off.
Started getting killed.
Yep.
A lot of them was getting robbed. And they was like looking at me like, what are you? Because at one point they were thinking I was selling drugs because
you're prospering.
Because I was prospering. I was like, no. I started to get stuff in order. I was working, making sure my kids were straight, wife was good, everybody was in line. But with them, they just couldn't figure it out. They was like, nah, you doing something more than just working.
Right.
You know, there's something on the side. You doing something. And I was like, no. I started putting stuff away that wasn't right.
Right.
And then it was like it just kept adding on, adding on, adding on.
There's prosperity in wickedness. There's prosperity in righteousness. See, the thing is that it's harder. It's harder in righteousness.
Yeah.
The prosperity in wickedness, man, at the end is going to be destruction.
Yep.
You see, the prosperity in righteousness is long life. So, watch. Where are we at right now? You finished that, Micah, right?
Psalms 37.
Oh, we're in Psalms 37. Read it again.
Rest in the Lord and wait patiently for him.
Go ahead.
Fret not thyself because of him who prospers in his way.
You see that? So, just like the story I told you earlier, that when I was younger, my lack of patience, right? It ate at me a lot, right? If I kept that and that part of me was growing more than being chipped away, I wouldn't even be here. Right? Y'all know that. If you don't know how to control or be patient and wait for things and blessings, you wouldn't. It's like you said, I gotta get this. Right? And you see why this quality has to be in the bishop? Because he would get in the position, he would be the teacher, but what? When we went over, he wasn't supposed to be motivated by money, right? Well, money didn't come. Then what?
I gotta hit the block.
Right? Or I can't fulfill my duty in my office because why? I gotta do time plus overtime plus overtime.
I gotta focus on myself.
Well, but what about the duty as a teacher? You know what I mean? But I got to get time plus overtime because I need to fulfill this part of me. You understand? Yep. This is why patience is needed. Patience is needed. And you start to fret. You start to lose control. You start to watch. Read on. It's going to tell us. Go ahead.
Because of the man who bringeth wicked devices to pass.
Yeah, you see everybody else growing, having things that, you know. I remember a brother told me. First of all, the brother that told me this, he had women. He had women in the world, right? But he made worldly decisions. But we were telling him don't focus on a woman. Don't focus on these things. And he's like, well, you got women. But you just came into the truth and all your decisions you made were bad. That's why you got baby mamas. It's not like he didn't have women. But we were telling him as he calibrates his mind and changes his thoughts over to the new man, wait, be patient so you can now do it the right way. But in his mind it was, nah, y'all got women. You got a woman, you got a family, right? So, it's like you said, what do they start doing? Because they're bringing this quality from the world to the truth. They start to envy in the truth. Well, you got that. Yeah, but you know how long it took me to get there? You're seeing just right now. And a lot of brothers and sisters, they don't have the patience, so they start to fret. They start to lose control. They start to get antsy about life and about people and things that are being done around them. Go ahead.
Verse 8. Cease from anger.
Why? Why do you got to cease from anger? Why is he telling you that? Cease from anger. Why?
Anger rests in the bosom of fools.
But why is he telling you that? I know that. Anger rests in the bosom of fools. But at this point where we're reading right now, why is he throwing that in there? In context of what we're reading. What?
Is it because, we have to work at patience, but when we don't get what we want at that time, it brings anger.
There you go. There you go. Because it brings anger. So he's like, listen, cease from your anger, because a brother or sister that lacks patience, you see them all the time. They're angry, frustrated, upset. They're too eager. It's not wrong to be eager, but it's like now their eagerness is controlling them to where they're like, man, this is bull. You know what I mean? We could have got this together, but you messed this up and everybody won't do it. It's like
covetousness.
Yeah, did you get into that? You see how all these other things add on when you lack patience? So you start to see those people that are angry. Well, what's up with you? Man, you know what I mean? Nah, I'm done with this. I'm done with that. Because you don't want to be patient with the brother. You don't want to be patient with your rib. You don't want to be patient in certain areas of your life. And that's why you get in this mind. Y'all see that? Go ahead.
And forsake wrath.
Go ahead.
Fret not thyself in any wise to do evil.
Why does the bishop need to have patience? Why?
Because if he doesn't have patience, he'll go into the evil mind state.
He'll go into that evil thought, that anger thought.
Mm-hmm. And then he'll move irrational, and he'll move off of those evil emotions.
Right.
Right, because I didn't have it when I wanted it. Now I gotta say F you and F everybody else.
Yeah,
and go get that.
I gotta go get that.
I don't care who I stomp on to go get it.
Nah, I don't care. I know I dedicated myself to this, but I gotta veer and go do my own thing because I can't wait no longer.
Exactly.
I'll tell you all a story. Another one. There was air quote elders in the past that as they looked forward and they were like, man, I'm finna be 50. And what do I got to answer for it? You see that? Well, first of all, if you had fully dedicated yourself, you would have something to answer for it. But you got brothers and sisters that don't dedicate themselves and barely want to put in, straddle the line, right? So what happens? I don't got patience doing the work, right? So I can't fully be dedicated to that. But then when I go back in the world, I want the work, I want the Most High, but I'm not fully dedicated to the world. A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. You never get that so-called desire. Y'all see that? So this is where that evilness comes in, the pride comes in, the anger.
It's a weird place to be in, man.
Yeah.
You're not winning on both sides.
You're not.
So you got to either gonna choose being patient, or you just gonna go fully fledged demonic mode. Like, bruh, I done lost it. I don't care. Let me just satisfy myself, man.
Yep.
You know, and you know, it's that's what happens to brothers, man, and sisters, is that it makes you make them rash decisions, and then all of a sudden you are completely gone. Man,
it always does. When you look at a wicked person in their mind, it says they're unstable, like a ship in a storm. And they don't know how to make the right decisions. Instead of just following and trying to achieve the quality and standard of what the Most High wants us to be. If you look at wicked people, their mind is erratic. Go deal with our people. I've been watching that snowfall. You know, but man, is it, you know, just the, you know, because all they do is just show the mind of the people in the hood. But their mind is erratic. It's unstable. Their decisions, they don't know what way.
Right, you rob them from the guy that puts you on a lick. It's like, how you gonna run from the guy that put you on? I'm like, that don't make no sense.
Yeah.
He ain't gonna come. Like, he's not really gonna come for you.
But this is why we as Israelites have to understand and cherish the quality of what the Most High is telling us to be, and not get in the mode of like, I don't need to be that, I don't need to do that. Like, you picking and choosing what part of the Bible to follow and what part not to follow. You see that? You're convicted in one area, but in this area, the standard and quality that the Most High wants you to be that God, you don't want to be that. It's what is it? It's an oxymoron.
That's right.
It's an oxymoron. You're a damn moron. Right? Go ahead.
Verse 9. For evildoers shall be cut off.
And that's what you start to lose focus and understanding on. That you lost your patience, you lost your hope in the Lord. Guess what? You put yourself amongst the evildoers. They're going to be cut off. You're going to be cut off now. Go ahead.
But those that wait upon the Lord, they shall inherit the earth.
Right. You see that? How? Read.
For yet a little while.
You got to wait. Be patient. Right? And this is what the Most High is showing us. So I wanted to kick in the door with this point, because it's very important. Why the Most High wants this quality. Because if not, you would think you control everything, and you don't control nothing. Right? So let's touch on the frustration.
Yeah, Gamari asked what Snowfall was about.
Snowfall is about drugs. It's about the crack game started in the 80s by Rick Ross. Freeway. Yeah, Freeway Rick Ross, the real one. And it goes into all that. But it goes into the CIA and all that. But it just shows you the erratic mind and whack mind state of drug dealers and people that supposedly have wisdom. Right? You see in their arena how their mind doesn't even know really what they're dealing with. So you read that. Go to Psalms. Jump to Psalms 37, verse 1.
37, verse 1.
Fret
not thyself because of evildoers.
Right.
Neither be thou envious against the workers of iniquity.
And that's what the point is. That you start to get frustrated because wicked men are prospering. Wicked women are prospering. And that's why you got to have the quality of patience being a bishop. Because you'll sit back, and you won't have the Most High got you in losing state. Right? Because that's how life is. Especially for righteousness. He got you in, okay, I'm going to take everything from you now so you can get where these other righteous men are at. It's that roller coaster. But you got to go down. But you're looking at the wicked on the other side. They up here. It says in Psalms, it says in Psalm 73, yeah, but then it also says in Job that they grow like the palm tree.
God.
The wicked, it says their roots, they shooting up, they growing, family is growing. And you over there, you do what? You're starting to get envious.
You're going through it.
Right, you're catching hell. You're catching trials and tribulation, and then a brother tells you what? You need patience, seek the Lord.
What?
Seek the Lord, and he's like, I got to get this money right now. I got to get this. I need a woman right now. It's been 6 months. I'm burning. Right? This is how Israel. Those are quotes. Those are quotes. Go ahead.
Verse 2. For they shall soon be cut down like the grass.
And this is what you forget. And that's where the frustration and irritation comes through. Go to Proverbs 24:19.
Proverbs 24 and verse 19.
Go ahead.
Fret not thyself because of evil men.
Right? Now, I want y'all to look up the definition of fret real quick. Give it to me. Get it real quick. Get it real quick. Fret. Yeah, what you got, sis?
Constantly or visibly worried or anxious.
Read it again.
Constantly or visibly worried or anxious.
Constantly or visibly worried. Why? Because you don't got patience. So you're worried for what's going to happen, when it's going to happen. You haven't given yourself over to the will of the Most High. Because when you do that, you realize it doesn't matter. What happens needs to happen. If I messed up, I deserve the butt whooping. If I'm being blessed, then I got to be patient and wait for that. Right? What, would you got something else?
It says to torment, irritate, annoy, or vex.
You see that? A lot of brothers and sisters get tormented by what the wicked do. Because you're looking at them prosper. You're looking at them grow. Man, you can't look at them. You can't worry about them. You got to worry about your path and what you're doing. So you'll come in, you'll be changing, you'll be getting better, but you'll be at a lower state, and you'll see a cat that don't give a damn about nothing. And what? He's flying high. That can't throw you off. You got something else?
It was the same thing, but to be agitated, to be warned away or corroded.
Right. Why would you be agitated on what the wicked is doing? Or what a person that lacks understanding is doing? Why? Why?
Is it because you're working harder than what they're putting in?
See, now you're talking the truth. That's what a lot of women get irritated at. That's why you lose patience. A lot of women lose patience. Because you'll see another sister not even putting her spirit in. You're doing 10 things, and then you're like, what the hell is she doing? Right. Who's getting the greater reward? Who is getting the greater reward? Let her ass sit at home. You know what I mean? Let her not do nothing. That don't got nothing to do with you. You put your trust in the Most High, and you know what your works are going to do. You can't worry about somebody that is not motivated, dedicated, desire is not there. Right? That cannot motivate you. That can't be your vision. It says covet the best gifts. Y'all get that? What?
Would that go with Habakkuk 2 verse 3?
What does it say?
It says for the vision is yet for an appointed time, though it tarry.
You can go there. Go there real quick. Somebody go there real quick. That's a good one. I like that one. Habakkuk 2 and 3. Go ahead.
Come.
You got read loud. Go ahead. Habakkuk 2.
Habakkuk chapter.
You don't got it.
Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 3.
Read.
For the vision is yet for an appointed time.
Yeah, it's for an appointed time, meaning that the Most High has things planned out in the future. And how do you fit within that line? And this is what we understand as priests, being patient in things. It's not your time, it's not your time. If it's not for you, it's not for you. So now I have to walk that path to get there. That's how patience works. You got to go through what the Most High wants you to go through to get what you need. I don't deserve it yet. Sometimes you just got to say it right out. I don't deserve it yet. If I deserved it, what happened? I have it, right? That's how I look at it. You know what I mean? I want a son. If I deserved it, I'd have a son. Right? Most High don't want me to have it. Right? Until he wants me to. And then what? Then I'll have it. Right? That's how it works, man. What I'm going to do? This all, like my rib said, she said, so is she less now because you wanted a son? And I said, no, that's ignorant as hell. Because a righteous man knows what? Whatever you get is a blessing.
That's right.
Whatever you get is a blessing. So just because, now, that's some more worldly niggerism now. Oh, I didn't get what I want, so you know what? You disowned, daughter. You know what I mean? You're less of a, that's like a bad movie. Right? That's not how we think. No, the righteous understand everything's a gift from the Most High.
God.
Bruh, if she's healthy, she's alive, You know what I mean? And I'm not saying if she's not either. I would have to deal with that too. I have to deal with anything the Most High put before me and say, Tawada Yahweh, you are gracious. Right?
That's right.
But see, a brother, a sister that don't know patience, these qualities, the mind state, the thought process is like the world taught them. No, I got to get it, and nobody can stand in my way by any means necessary. And that means that I don't care what I got to do. You see that? And that's why they sell out their spirit, their butthole. They sell out their family. They sell drugs to their mama. They shoot their own friends. Why? Because they don't care. But the righteous, it says, wait on the Lord and salvation will come. Y'all see this? Where are we at? Oh, finish that.
Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time.
Go ahead.
But at the end it shall speak.
Right. At the end it shall speak. Whatever the Most High had set forth and planned, it's going to reveal itself in the end and speak for you or speak against you. You, if you are righteous, you know you get what you deserve. Right? That's it. We're not going to kick against the pricks. That's it. Right? Now, if you feel you didn't get what you deserve, then you need to reanalyze why you got what you got. Right? Well, why did it come this way? Because you need to analyze something else. You see that? And that's what a lot of people don't want to do. You want to walk through life oblivious and not realize why certain things are the way they are. Let's jump back to the point, though. We're talking about patience, right? That was Habakkuk.
Chapter 2 and verse 2, or 3.
2 and 3, right? Go from there. Did you finish Proverbs 24:19? Read that again.
Proverbs 24 and 19.
And give me Ecclesiasticus 16 and 13.
Done.
Fret not thyself because of evil men.
Go ahead.
Neither be thou envious at the wicked.
Right, and that's one of the reasons, on top of all the many that we're going over, why patience is needed for a bishop. Because when he gets to this level and he realized that the Most High has him humble and that he was learning that humble estate is going to keep you in the right mind. That's what's good for your being at that moment, at the time. You see that? Everything else, whoever else got whatever they got, that's what they got. But what you got is needed for you. Y'all get that? So you don't, no reason to fret, no reason to have anxiety and get angry and get upset. Y'all get that? Ecclesiasticus 16:13.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 16, verse 13.
Go ahead.
The sinner shall not escape with his spoils.
Right.
And the patient of the godly shall not be frustrated.
You see that? What is that telling us? When we lose patience, you got to reanalyze what type of person you are. Okay, let's go back at it. The patience of the godly should not be frustrated. The Most High will come through when he comes through, right? And he will come through when it's needed, right? Okay, will not be frustrated. But if you do get frustrated, you have to reanalyze yourself to understand the Most High said you were supposed to long suffer. Why the hell you didn't long suffer? What is it in you that you didn't think you were supposed to go the extent the Lord took you to? Right? He wanted you here through the pain, the tribulation and suffering. You stop here. You're like, I'm not going to go there. So your line was there. The Most High is like, no, I want you to get all the way over here just to reveal you. But you gave up right here. Right? So what is it about yourself you need to reanalyze? What are you motivated by? Your will, your desire, you controlling things? Is that what it is? You think you run things? And that's what we don't want bishops, teachers to believe. That is the mistake, that we, in these positions, we make the most. When you get in a position to teach and start thinking you're controlling things, you're running things, you got the power, and you forget Yahweh's the power. You understand? That's what the lack of patience would take you. Y'all see that? Now let's bring it in. You know we had to get this one when dealing with patience. Ecclesiasticus 2:14.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 2, verse 14. Woe unto you that have lost patience.
Right, and that's why it says what? The Most High wanted to bring you over here, but your patience dwindled before you even got there. So what do you have coming to you? Woe, which is destruction. In what form? I mean, we can start depending on the Most High's gentleness.
Right.
It could be many different situations of woe, right? Mentally, psychologically, all the things around you. There could be some way that the Most High broke your ass down because you didn't want to be patient. You jumped into something and you made the wrong decision. We talked about that, right? So, woe, read it again.
Come, woe unto you that have lost patience.
Right.
And what? And what will you do when the Lord shall visit you?
And that's why we're trying to, with this quality of patience, man, this is one that needs to be instilled in you. Yep. Who needs patience in here? Okay, all right, everybody. That's true, though. We all need patience. And when you think you're on the silver level of patience, you're probably on just the hay level. You need to get all the way up to the gold standard, and then the adamant standard, right? What?
When you look at the characteristics of dealing with the patience and why it's so crucial with the bishop, is because if you're not aware, and I like how it's being brought out, if you're not aware, you're going to destroy the future generation of Israel. Because of
what you mean?
So because of your lack of patience, somebody's going to follow that and think that's the standard.
Right.
So they're going to destroy the next person and the next person.
I like that point because it kind of brings Timothy's 3 in a 360 perspective to remind us that what you're saying is just not just patience. It's literally all those qualities and standards in there that if we're not promoting and pushing those standards, there is no standard.
Right.
Everybody's not pushing to say, wait, man, like, I'll do it like this. When y'all got the word, who wants to speak truthfully? When you got the word, which one of you said, man, I want to be that teacher, and you were ready, willing, nothing was going to stop you? Who was ready and willing to do that? Okay. Did you say to yourself, damn, but 1 Timothy 3 says I need to have these qualities. Did you say that? Nah. But you were motivated. You had zeal. I bear record that they have zeal, but not according to knowledge, right? But you had the zeal. And what were you willing to do either way without knowing that, damn, I should be a standard? You were ready to do anything and everything. I always told y'all, like, 15 years old, having the knowledge, ready, cutting teachers in my school, yeah, I was sharp. But I didn't know how to raise a family, a house, be a father. I didn't have patience and discipline. So they kept me at soldier, trooper stage. They would not let me take my officer 50 test because they knew you're just a boy. We give you an officer of 1,000, you're going to be over these grown-ass men. So they kept me at that stage for a long time before they said, okay, no, now you deserve some rank because you're understanding what you really have to fight for. And even in that, I still had to grow up being a man. You see that? So we gotta be truthful with ourselves. A lot of times, we didn't look at the standard of a bishop and be like, man, let me go through the checklist. Man, one wife, okay, deal with one rib. Nah, you know what I mean? I already got 3, but okay. What the brother called us, trying to wear damn sandals to the street speaking, talking about, I'm working on number 2. Right. It's like, brother,
you got me counseling number 1. What the hell?
You got him counseling number 1. It's like, bruh, you calling the priest to counsel your rib, but you working on number 2?
It's your job, bro. Come on, man.
Brothers' priorities. Is that strange?
Oh, no.
That niggas' priorities are wrong? No, because they always have been. All they're trying to do is bring that to the truth and do what? Mesh them together and be like, oh, I'm a Hebrew Israelite because I can yell the Bible.
You're trying to make a nigga book. I mean, that's what it is. You're trying to bring niggerism and call it biblical to make it acceptable.
To make it acceptable, right? And it goes back to where you were saying,
right?
There's no standard,
and you're destroying that next generation. Like you think about the patience. Every time you lost patience and you moved off of your anger, then you just lost an individual who was sincere. You lost the rhythm.
Or what happened is you were so zealous within that niggerism, somebody else liked it, that niggerism.
And they ran with it, and they got more niggerish than you.
They were like, damn, that nigga's hard. Right?
Right.
So I want to have that. Now we're misinterpreting the zealousness. Like you see, it says they have a form of godliness.
God.
So it's the godliness is there because you hear the word, and you're looking at the bravado and the spirit, and you're like, okay, I'm not going to be about the churches. These niggas are weak, right? I want to be the Hebrew Israelite, but there's a little bit of meshness themes in there that are wrong, and it's hard to where you start doing traditions of the man instead of saying, wait a minute, what qualities and standard did Yahweh Shai have?
God.
And we start to serve the creature more than the creator.
God.
That's why it says covet the best gifts. Because we're going to learn from man. That's going to happen. Right? The Peters, the Pauls, the John, the Matthews, the Bartholomews, the Titus, Timothys, all these men in the New Testament.
God.
We're going to learn from men, but you got to be able to understand that the error, the mistake, and don't pick up on that. Pick up on the godliness.
God.
You know what I mean? And unfortunately, it's usually the other way around. We're fighting with brothers and sisters watching the bad example. It's like, why y'all following the bad example? Why y'all won't follow the brothers that got zeal? The brothers and sisters that got dedication. The ones that's overzealous for righteousness. Why would you pick up on the most weakest person among you and follow that? That's our problem.
Because they still think that evil is good.
Right? Another topic. Let's jump back in. Let's finish this up.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 2 and verse 14. Woe unto you that have lost patience.
Go ahead.
And what will you do when the Lord shall visit you?
Right. What will you do when the Lord shall visit you? And this is this is it. This is where patience, you failed because you didn't go through the process. Now you got to this level as a leader, as a teacher, and guess what? You won't go through your what's the word?
Trial.
Your trial. You won't go through the path you're supposed to go through. So now you failed. So destruction to you. And like I said, destruction don't have to be lightning coming out of the heavens and splitting you in the forehead. It can be many different ways that you're destroyed because you lack patience, right? You got something?
Yeah, you can go to Luke 21 and 19. Luke 21 and verse 19.
Got it. Luke chapter 21, verse 19. In your patience possess ye your soul.
Read it again.
In your patience.
In your what?
Patience.
So in patience, what happens?
Possess ye your soul.
You control yourself, man. You control, again, the outcome. You can control the outcome of what you do. And understanding that patience is extremely important. It possesses your soul. Y'all see this? But again, that's why it says, woe unto them that have lost patience. Those individuals did what? Well, they went ahead and allowed their gift, allowed the promises to be snatched from them. It's very important. It says, in patience possess ye your souls. Go to Romans 5 and verse 4. Because again, patience, you said it earlier, Amawana, you said that, patience is interwoven with faith, with long suffering, with kindness, with meekness, right? All these different attributes comes from patience. But Romans 5 and verse 4.
Romans chapter 5 and verse 4.
Because patience, man, listen, that's how you learn. Think about it. Most doctors, they don't get their doctorate degree until 4 years. They get their undergrad. Then you have 4 more years of graduate school, right? Then you got 2 more years if you want to start. You said med school? 2 years of med school. That's 8 years. 10 years. Yeah, 8. Yeah, 10 years. That's patience to accomplish what? To be a doctor. But how much more us as Hebrew Israelites, we're doctors. The scripture says that the whole need not a physician, but the sick. That's right. So if we're not really recognizing and gaining the attributes that's needed to deal with our people, what are we going to have? How are we going to treat our people? Well, read where you at.
Romans chapter 5 and verse 4.
Go ahead.
And patience.
And patience. Go ahead.
Experience.
What?
Experience.
Because you get experience through patience. That's why a bishop has to be patient, man. Right. If you allow yourself just to be so rash, man, come on, man. All your experience is going to be jacked up. They're going to be one-sided. It's how you see things. Rather than slowing it down and understanding that allow the Most High to teach you these lessons. Be patient. Read.
And experience hope.
Yeah, because even in your experience, you have the hope because you understand, number one, why the Most High put you through these predicaments. Again, it allows you to sit back and hope for the Most High to intervene. David said that I cry and I wait. He says, I cry and I weep and waited for the Lord. Like, think about that. He was going through his pain. He was crying, but he was still waiting. You see this? A lot of people cry and do what? They vibe with their emotions. They ain't no waiting on the Most High no more. Let me do what I want to do. But the scripture just said, and patience, experience, and experience hope. You get experience through patience. But even in the experience, what are you gaining? In experience, most people don't have experience in applying patience. That's why they don't know how it feels. They don't know how to feel disappointed, right? Or again, to have things that's not in accordance to your time. Check this out. Go to Ecclesiasticus 50 and verse 27. I'm going to show you something.
Right. You just went to...
Yeah, I know.
No, that's fine. Go ahead. Keep going.
Romans 5 and 4.
Yeah.
You said 27?
Yeah, go to Ecclesiasticus 50 and verse 27. Because remember, patience, experience. Experience. Read where you at.
Ecclesiasticus chapter 50 and verse 27.
What page are you on?
I'm on page 101.
Yeah, page 101. Go ahead.
Jesus, the son of Shaqat,
right,
of Jerusalem, hath written in this book,
go ahead,
the instructions of understanding and knowledge.
And we have the understanding, got the understanding of why it's important to be patient. To be patient. And why not to be impatient. Y'all see this?
Done.
Go ahead.
Who out of his heart poured forth wisdom.
Go ahead.
Blessed is he.
Blessed is who?
Blessed is he.
Read.
That shall be exercised.
Right.
In these things.
You see that? Blessed is the man, blessed is the woman that's exercised in patience. That's why it says patience, experience, and experience hope. You're starting to go through the process that the Most High is trying to get you to the level of waiting on Him. Understanding that it's not about how brothers and sisters move. It's really about yourself. What are you giving them? Especially as a bishop. Are you giving them what they need to grow?
The race is not to the swift. It's not about, I gotta run. I'll run somebody. Because usually if you haven't built your stamina, you're gonna fail at that anyway.
Yep. If you haven't built your stamina, you will fail.
Yeah.
Experience.
Yeah.
You got to run to get the stamina.
Exactly.
You got to understand it. Keep reading.
Done. And he that led them up in his heart shall be wise.
You see that? You're going to be wise, but that's why it's highly important to be exercised and patient, because this is what's really going to show that you're a bishop. A lot of men, we have to understand that, like you said earlier in class, it's not about throwing out the scriptures. It's about the attributes of the Spirit that you have, and that's refined in you. Again, the word is for the next man. It's about building them up.
Listen, knowledge didn't keep a lot of these brothers from the past in the truth. Knowledge didn't keep them in the truth. What kept them in the truth is actually desiring to live like Yahweh Shai. Yep. That's what keeps us in this long. It ain't going to be knowledge, because knowledge fades, right? But you're constantly achieving the Spirit in these spiritual steps to get better and better in all these qualities. You're constantly looking at yourself and saying, I can always get better. So that's what keeps you moving closer to Yahweh Shai, getting cleaner and cleaner. Y'all get that? Go ahead.
Last one, 2 Corinthians 6 and 4. 2 Corinthians chapter 6 and verse 4.
2 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 4.
Because I'm going to say this, a lot of brothers online, we look at teachers, they're on YouTube, they got the Bible, they're dropping precepts, but it's like, when we look at them, who's really validating these men? Right? Who's saying that these men are what? Are the standard of a bishop. There's certain things, there's certain attributes within you that shows forth that you are a bishop. Y'all see this? That's because you got the Bible, that don't mean nothing, man. Read where you at.
2 Corinthians chapter 6 and verse 4.
2 Corinthians chapter 6 and verse 4. Go ahead.
But in all things, approving ourselves.
Doing what?
Approving ourselves.
Go ahead.
As the ministers.
As what?
As the ministers.
Go ahead.
Of God.
Read.
In much patience.
You got to have patience to even approve yourself as being a minister. You can't be short.
Right.
That's why it's important for a man to have patience, to learn patience, to experience patience, to be exercised. And again, the class is beautiful because we went through the whole lining of why to have patience.
Right.
Again, your household, man. If you can't do it in your household, how are you going to do it now with brothers you don't know? Random jakes that got serious issues. Again, our people got problems. Our people are not individuals that are filled with the Spirit that's going to come with the angelic aura. No. These are cats that's in the gutter. These are cats that may be murderers, thieves, liars, deceivers.
We read it over for Sabbath class. Moses, remember the Mosai says, step aside?
Right.
I'm gonna
kill these niggas.
He said, I'm going to kill everybody and make you a great nation.
Right.
Right? Think about if Moses had lack of patience. And he would have said, you know what? Yeah, I'm done with these niggas, man. Yeah. Kill them all, Yahweh.
They messed up again.
Right? Like every moment, he was just frustrated and, man, again?
No.
Now, it did happen. And what happened?
He struck the rock and he couldn't go to the
promised land. The promised land.
He looked at on the hill like, damn.
See what that one time.
He had a good track record.
Mosai is like the meekest man on earth, but you messed up.
Like you gotta catch this one.
Like you lost patience that one time and got frustrated and irritated with the knuckleheads, and they made you step outside the Spirit. That's why you cannot let foolishness, wickedness, people determine your momentum in the body. You can't. We're all here together. We're all holding hands and kumbaya. But everybody's at their own pace running their own race. We can't save one another. Right? We can't save one another. Right? And everybody's fighting their own battle. So you got to see this. That if you don't look at it that way, you start to look too much at everybody else. You see that? And you start losing focus. What happens if you run in a race and you're looking at somebody else?
You might trip up.
You're going to stumble up. But that's what happens.
Yep.
Some brothers and sisters ain't even start the race. Why? Because they still at the beginning line talking about, but look, his shoes weren't tied. Well, why they doing what? It's like, you ain't even start running.
Right.
You ain't picked up a shovel. You ain't picked up no mortar. You ain't picked up no bricks.
Worried about the wrong
You worried about the wrong thing. You still arguing with your husband or your wife.
Facts.
And you ain't even start running yet. Think about that. You know the truth. You've been in the truth how long? But you ain't even start running the race yet. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
What verse we at? Where we at?
I'm still at verse 4.
Do you have something?
Come.
You can go ahead and drop it.
First Thessalonians chapter 1 verse 3.
No. That's fine.
Read that.
1 Thessalonians chapter 1 verse 3. Remembering without ceasing your works of faith.
And you know what's dope about this topic about patience? It keeps you in that, like it said, the verse is saying, in that remembrance. It keeps you replaying that you have to never cease, you have to never stop having this faith. You have to never stop having that focus and that zeal and that mind of just waiting on the Lord. Because what you do is you block yourself. When you do cease, you block yourself from seeing how the Most High injects himself in your life and how he helps you out, how he assists you and how you make things work out for you. So you have to remember, and you have to never cease, you have to never stop that work of faith. You never get to see, you miss out on the opportunity to see how somebody grows gradually, how something builds, how something develops, how a person develops. Like this building, like over time, they started off with the walls. After they built the walls, they built the podium, or the thing that the podium's sitting on.
Right.
After that, the desk. After that, painted the building. After that, we got these posts,
signs.
Signs up here. So everything's a step-by-step process. And that's what the Most High is trying to teach you in your mind, because now you're coming from the world. The world didn't teach you step-by-step process. The world taught us, get it by any means. So now he's rebuilding your mentality, he's retraining. So now you have to remember without ceasing. So you have to continue in that faith. Read on.
Yeah.
And labor of love.
And one of the definitions for labor of love is, it says a mental. Hold on, let me get that for you. Hold on, 2 seconds. It says exertion of mental powers united with bodily employment. So while you're going through the motions physically, you have to be in a certain mentality. You have to be willing to exert your mind consistently. And you have to do it with love, because that's the labor. The labor is you rebuilding your people. You may not be rebuilding something physically, but you're rebuilding that mind. You're reconstructing the brain.
Yeah, man. Usually when you do anything too fast, you're going to mess up. So it takes time, quality, and that's what we're looking at, right? We're not looking to build schools and just look buff online. We're not doing that. I've already been there and seen that. I know the outcome of that. Have y'all heard any of the comfy? Where's the comfy people at?
He passed away, right?
Khan, he passed away, but where's everybody else that was with him?
Dispersed.
It's like you don't even hear of them no more. It's weird. That's where it gets you. All that I want to build for show or for the TV or for fictitious power, or I've been there. You don't want to do that. You want to deal with quality. And that's why we're really focusing in on these bishop classes, because it's about quality and building men, women, and really getting them to see what quality they need to be in Yahweh Shai. Y'all get that, right? You got, go ahead and drop the ones you got real quick.
What about James 1 and 3? James 1 and 3. You know, and again, I'm going to say this, man, is that we have to be mindful of applying patience, man. Be alert, be aware. It's for a reason. Read where you at.
James chapter 1 verse 3.
Go ahead.
Knowing this, that the trying of your faith worketh patience.
You see that? So, for us to have patience, it shows forth our faith in the Most High. It's interwoven. You said it earlier. I'm going to say it again. It's interwoven. Go ahead.
But let patience have
You see that? Let patience have her perfect work, which means what? You don't control anything. You just hope for the best outcome. You see that? You hope that the Most High has your best interest at heart in whatever you're going through. But go through it. Let it have its perfect work. Go ahead. Read.
That ye may be perfect and entire.
Yeah, allow yourself to, like you said, level up in these attributes of the Most High. But what is the main reason for a bishop to have patience, though? What is it meant for? Anybody? Shalamaya.
It's like when you have patience, like the other scripture said, you get experience. And then when you learn that experience, you get to teach that to everyone else with the patience and the experience that you learn going through that trial.
That's what it's about. 2 Corinthians 1 and 4. Mm-hmm. Right on point. It's for the next man. You're going through certain situations. You're going through your path that you're applying patience to teach the next man how to properly apply. How to mentally go through what they're going through with patience. Again, it's easy to say be patient, but how to be patient? But I'm feeling this way. I have thoughts like this. Well, if you've never applied patience, you're not going to be able to help them in the area that they need.
Y'all bringing out a whole different dynamic, which is beautiful, because you can see why brothers don't have their teaching skills or their life skills, husband skills, wife skills. They lack in a lot of those areas because a lot of our people will not be taught.
Right.
You know what I mean? They think all it's about is the one scripture, but that one scripture goes how many tiers deep?
Right.
But you would know that because you lack patience to learn those different tiers.
Right.
So yeah, that's dope.
Where are you at?
2 Corinthians 1 and 4.
Yeah, 2 Corinthians 1 and 4. Go ahead.
Who comforteth us in all tribulation.
Going up, talking about Yahushua the Most High. Go ahead.
That we may be able to comfort them.
That we may be able to do what?
To comfort them.
Go ahead.
Which are in any trouble.
You see that? We're able now to comfort those that are in trouble. Because remember, the trouble is just not for a minute, for an hour. It could be for some for a week, 2 weeks. Think about it, man. We got a lot of brothers that had what? Child support, right? All these different things in the court dealing with an old spouse. What happened? Individuals were able to be taught by another individual that had experience in that situation, show some patience, apply patience, and what happened? It's starting to look good for brothers, right? Individuals dropping cases, right? Your spouse is now starting to spaz out on the phone whenever you're talking with the judge. Like, why is she acting like she's acting real weird? Yeah, the Most High is fighting in your arena. But it's because you applied the patience that the teachers told you and how to apply it. Now the Most High is fighting for you. You see this? But this is us teaching these individuals these things, but we first have to learn it ourselves. You can't just be teaching something you don't know about. Come on. How'd that work? How you going to be a college teacher teaching the curriculum? Bro, it ain't going to be right. It's not going to sound right? Go ahead.
By the comfort wherewith we ourselves are comforted of the Most High.
You see that? Because we learned it. So the same comfort that you learned in being patient, right? Because again, comfort doesn't come quickly. It takes time. Because it says it's in James. It says that we. What does that say? Yeah, basically suffering affliction, but being patient within that. It teaches us how to be comforted, right? Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Verse 5. For as the suffering of Christ abound in us,
go ahead.
So our consolation also aboundeth by Yahushua.
Yeah, read that one more time.
For as the suffering of Yahushua,
right,
abound in us.
Because we saw how Yahushua, his step by step in the things that he was going through, he was patient. He was hated. He was being ran from city to city. We understood. We recognized. We took that in within ourselves. Now we're able to apply it. Go ahead.
So our consolation also aboundeth by Yahushua.
Read.
And whether we be afflicted,
go ahead.
It is for your consolation and salvation.
Yeah, give me the definition of consolation real quick. consolation. Who has consolation?
Go ahead. What you got, sis?
The comfort received by a person after a loss or disappointment.
Think about that. But you're comforted. So it says for where we at, verse 6? It is for your comfort and salvation. Again, but being patient in the affliction. Being patient in these uncomfortable areas. Now we're able to show and teach others. Read.
Which is effectual in the enduring of the same suffering.
Read.
Which we also suffer.
Read.
Or whether we be comforted, it is for your consolation and salvation.
Go ahead.
And our hope of you is steadfast.
Read.
Knowing that as ye are partakers of the sufferings, so shall ye be also of the consolation.
Yeah, so shall you also be comforted. But again, we learn this through patience.
Yeah.
We learn these attributes. We learn the experience. We know how it feels. And now we're able to not only exhibit it, but teach brothers and sisters how to do so as leaders.
Y'all had any questions on that? Khan? La?
Right.
No questions. See if they got anything online. Just to reiterate, brothers and sisters online, well, we are going to be going live. We're just going to be going live from Delaware. Right? All right. So, if anybody got any questions, drop them now. Well, Bakar, is that Bakar?
Huh?
No, is that Dawiyat? I can't see.
Yeah, Dawiyat.
What does it say?
Ecclesiasticus 20 and 32.
That's a question?
No.
It's a scripture.
Right.
Necessary patience in seeking the Lord is better than he that leadeth his life without a guide.
Yep. No, we should have definitely threw that one in there, Dawiyat. That's a killer one right there. What was that?
Oh, I did my class out there in Houston. Here it is.
Yeah, the necessary patience. Yeah.
Right, yeah.
We forgot that one. Right. And that's the point. A lot of brothers and sisters don't see that. It's necessary. It's a thing that we can't go without because the Most High knows how to make you wait.
Oh, yeah.
He knows how to make you wait, man. Remember, he's eternity. He's eternity.
Right.
He dwells in eternity. He's not bound by our little time.
Right.
Right? We're blips.
Yeah.
We're blips in that time.
I think it's like 1 minute to the Most High is 41 years. Let me see.
Right?
It's 41.7 years.
What else we got on there?
Second Peter 1:6. And to knowledge, temperance, and to temperance, patience.
I think we put that one, right?
No, I didn't put that one.
We didn't get that one? Right, exactly. The temperance, the patience. We talked about it though, about being tempered. But that temperance is going to bring the experience, right? And then which is gotta go through patience. You gotta get tempered, man. So those are good ones. What else? What else we got?
The card said 2 Timothy 2 and 3. I think it was on a point you said. Thou therefore endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahushua.
Right.
No, 1 hour is 41.6 years.
Yeah, think about that.
1 hour to the Most High is 41.6 years. Going off 1,000 years is 1 day.
Going off 1,000. Y'all know that 1,000 years 1 day is the Most High. You know when he said that, you could. Let's think about this, just to show y'all something. 1,000 years is 1 day, right? Could you really calculate eternity? So what was he telling us there?
I'm beyond measure.
Yeah, that's what he's saying. The Most High's time is beyond measure. Like, ain't nobody sit down. You got to understand what he was saying in that scripture. No angel came down and calculated with him the time period of the Most High and broke down to him the mathematic days. He's telling us that what you think your day is, right, compared to the Most High, right, it would be like a comparison. Yeah. That means let's be real. We're blips, and we're nothing. That's like you comparing your time to an ant. Is it compared? Right, because you don't give a damn about it.
Right, you don't think about it. You don't consider it.
You ain't watching what ants you step on. Is that it online?
That's it.
Okay, all right, man. Brothers and sisters, we hope we edified in the spirit of Hamashiach. We'll see y'all on the Shabbat tomorrow. All right, let's salute everybody. Say shalom.
Shalom.
Judah, 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 Judah. Judah, 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 Judah. The scepter will never leave Judah. The scepter will never leave Judah. The scepter will never leave Judah. I'm Judah. Christ sprang out of Judah. King David was Judah. King Asa was Judah. Don't crowd me up, who gon' rouse me up? Alistair Crowley, your time is up. It's a big mess, I gotta clean it up. Esau, the end of my kingdom's up. On the eagle's neck, I'll press. I woke up from my rest. I woke up from my arrest. My rulership is up next. No vex. Judah, 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 Judah. Judah, 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 Judah. The scepter will never leave Judah. The scepter will